Hello one and all, and welcome back to more Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I am the Max a Few Trades. In the last part, there has been a murder, and another man has gone missing. Now, we don't know if that's because he was also murdered, or because he is the murderer, or some other third thing, but we've been running around just trying to find the dude, and we have not been getting much luck in any shape, way, or form. I also ran across my first couple puzzles that absolutely just completely made me brain dead. I'm sure that's not going to be a once, twice, or three times occurrence. Let's see if this episode's gonna have one or two of those, yeah? Alright, we also ended off the episode with me randomly clicking on stuff looking for hint coins, and I ended up finding a puzzle instead, but I didn't want to do it at the time. But now I don't have a choice, I gotta do it. Oh, look, Professor, I found a hidden puzzle. Check this mess! Check this mess! 111! Alright, we're jumping all the way over there again! I don't like it when the puzzles jump 80 numbers. Stop doing that. Oh, Lord, what is this? One of the four shapes below has one less match than the rest of them. You're right, they do. Puzzle solved. We're good. While studying these four small shapes, your friend approaches you with a riddle. I'm thinking of something that is necessary for human life. It appears in just about every house you've ever visited, and decreases in amount gradually the longer it is around. What am I thinking of? Move one match in the picture to form your answer to your friend's puzzle. Huh? What in the hell does that mean? I mean, it's hang on, let me rescue her on the match there. There we go. I mean, necessary for human life in just about every house you've ever visited. Just about. I mean, I'm glad that they've at least added a couple extra things. As necessary for human life, I can think of a lot of things that are necessary for human life. But, okay. It also shows up in every house you've ever visited. Almost every house. And decreases in amount gradually the longer it is around. What's necessary for Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to be able to convey that through matchsticks, but I think I need to try and figure out what the flying hell he's even going on about to start with. Oh. Yeah. Alright. Okay!
How does this sound?
Alright! Sure! Why not? Why the hell not?
I've solved it.
Oh my god. Alright, well, that's what staring at something long enough gets you, I guess. That's right, the answer is food! Make sure you visit the grocery store before you're running out of these snacks. Yeah, I'm gonna have macaroni when I'm done here. I wish all puzzles were this easy. Oh, bite me sideways, Luke.
I wish all of them was so goddamn easy. You'd have to be a complete and total mental invalid to not be able to get that one.
Gonna slap that hat off your head. You have a puzzle for me now that there's no longer a dude to laugh at? I'm sorry, young lady. Could you help us? We're looking for someone, you see, and... Sorry, can't help you. And by can't, I mean don't want to. I barely even talked to Ramen. And I am so not interested in this search. How do you know that's who we were looking for? But maybe if you help me solve this puzzle, I just might, remember something. What a weird person. And just who do you think you are, young lady? She thinks she's some sort of lady, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a joke for that. I really don't. What the hell? From high in the sky, a pair of aliens observes humans using a bizarre object. Perplexed, one alien turns to the other and says, "How strange. The Earthling is opening a hole in a sheet of paper and marking it with a line to show the other Earthlings where the hole is. I've never seen anything like it." What could these extraterrestrial visitors be talking about? Okay. Okay. The Earthling is opening a hole in a sheet of paper. Opening a hole in a sheet of paper. A hole punch? Just tearing it? And marking it with a line to show the other Earthlings where the hole is. I mean, okay. All I can really do is look at this from, like, the broader perspective of, like... Aliens don't know nothing about nothing when it comes to humans, so everything is gonna look weird to them. So it's probably... I mean, if I had to guess, it's probably not... Well, like, what they're saying they're seeing might not actually be what it is that they're seeing. They just interpret it that way. But even with that idea in my mind, I'm not entirely sure what it is they could be seeing. Opening a hole in a sheet of paper and then... How do you mark a hole with a line? Because it's a hole. You can't draw... Huh. How do you mark blank space? Or how do you make it look like that's what you're doing to an alien? Okay, yep. Great, this is just the day of me throwing hit coins at everything. Even something as common as paper can look bizarre to someone who's never seen it before. What kind of device puts holes in paper? It must have a needle or sharp point on it. I'm just thinking. I'm sorry. What? Okay. A device that puts holes in paper that has a needle? Or a sharp point, I guess. Oh, hell! Okay, well, I mean, it's also bringing up paper. What the hell? Oh, okay, so I think I might know what it is, but I don't know what it's called. Oh, hell. I don't remember what it's called! It's like, it's a... Yeah, no, you can, like, measure it out. It's like a thing, and it's like, it's like two things, and you, like, stab it down into the paper, and then you spin it. And that makes a circle. It's not a hole, but it makes a circle, which looks like a hole. What the hell is that thing called? I have no idea what that... Any chance you can tell me how many letters it is? No, apparently not. My brain is trying to tell me that it's a sextant. But I don't think it's a sextant. Isn't that like a nautical tool? I think it is. Well, this is an entirely new issue. How am I supposed to give you an answer? If I was standing next to the gal, I could be like, you know, the thing with the spin, the thing, you know. That's not really an answer, though, is it? Okay. I mean, I don't want to be here forever. Okay, you know. I hate doing this. Hang on. Hang on. Google. Pointy circle maker. You know, that thing. Huh? Okay, I wouldn't have guessed that. Is it really called that? Okay. Sure, I guess. Here, let's give that a try then. I'm sorry, this is, you know what? No. Hang on, let me do something here. Let me get it wrong.
That should do it.
Let me get it wrong. There. Because I feel like I need to have that negative mark for having to look up what the thing is called. And I wouldn't feel good about a perfect mark on this one. Yeah, okay. All right, there. There. Okay. There. Now I feel slightly better. Okay. I didn't know that this was even called that. So, I kind of had... Wait, no, that's a... Oh, back? What? No, oh, okay, well, screw it up. Screw it up and you don't get a goddamn choice in the matter, apparently. Hang on, no. No, how do I make it clear? I have to get rid of the whole thing? Okay. But yeah, no, I had no idea what this thing was called, so. Yeah. There we are. Okay, how do I, That's an O! What do you, wait, erase. Okay. An A. It's an A. How do you see a B when I draw an A? Okay, work with me here. Can I give you a lowercase a? Okay, that works apparently. Whatever. Yeah, no, so I don't like that I had to look it up, but I had to look it up because otherwise I'd just have been staring at this, not having the slightest clue what the hell it wanted me to say. So, there.
Luke, here's my answer.
At least... Okay. man, it would have been bad if I was actually still wrong. Anyway, but yeah, no, there you go. Nice work. When you think about it, the alien's description of a compass is pretty much spot on. Interesting how widely the perception of a single object can vary, isn't it? I suppose. Yeah, I think that's the best way I could have gone about being wrong but right. You know, I've heard that if you aren't careful walking around St. Mystery at night, you can run into trouble. I bet Ramen wasn't being careful. Well, that just sounds like you murdered him and then stuffed him in a big bag and then threw that bag into the forest and then called a bunch of bears to come and eat the bag. That's disturbing. What exactly do you mean? And then she ominously faded into the darkness. Okay, that's concerning. I did all that for a painting scrap? She's still standing there being ominous. All right, fine. I'm supposed to, like, check out the nightlife, check out the boogie, or something of that effect? Oh, goodness, whatever shall I do? I don't know. There's really not much help for your weird face. What seems to be the trouble, sir? Let's see here. Strong, young, and you look like you have a good back. I don't know what age Layton is supposed to be, if I'm honest with you. I would have guessed 30s, 40s, 30? Anyway, oh, thank heavens you came along. I beg your pardon. I've searched everywhere, and I just can't find the thing. I suppose I must have dropped it when I was out strolling by the park this afternoon. In the very, very month of May, I would go search for it myself, but it's gotten dark out. And that makes my back hurt? Like, what's that? What does a good back have to do with anything? It is awfully scary out there. Ah, nothing of the sort. It's just that, well, I'm no spring chicken anymore, and my eyes aren't as sharp as they used to be. So, how about it, Sonny? Will you help an old man out and go search in front of the park for me? What? Well, we're in the middle of an investigation right now. Now, Luke, no need to be an asshole. After all, the park is but a small ways away. And who knows, we might actually find some new information to aid our case there. Besides, helping those in need is the duty of any gentleman. I guess. Splendid! I'll wait right here for you to come back. I'm counting on you. One more detail, please, sir. What exactly did you drop? Because that's gonna be kinda easy. It's kind of important. Drop? Oh my, now what was it? Oh, that's right, it was my watch. Actually, my best wristwatch. Bring it back for me, Sonny. Okay. Where's there a park in this town? I'm gonna be real, I don't know. I don't have the slightest idea. There seems to be a puzzle embedded in this door. Could have sworn there was nothing there a minute ago. Who embeds a puzzle in a door? Fascinating. This puzzle appears to be acting as some sort of lock for this door. How delightful! Luke, my boy, why don't you give this puzzle a try? I'm almost certain the door will open if you solve it. Oi, 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 oi. Alright, fine. Get the ball out? Huh. Okay. Can you get the red ball out of the maze? Slide obstructing blocks out of the way to clear a path for the ball. This problem can be solved in as few as 12 moves. Oh, I have absolutely no doubt of that, but I assure you, it's not going to be anything I care about. I don't give a damn about, oh, did you know you could solve this in a matter of this many things? And I'm gonna be going well past that, my fine fellow. Move the red ball in a similar fashion. Slide the ball to the hole by the moving of the blocks. Move blocks out of the way by sliding them on. Okay. we go. Oh.
I did it!
All right, cool. And I don't get penalized for stupidity. Oh, you took forever, and you went 11 moves over par, but like whatever, you did it. With all those blocks in the way, getting your ball to the goal was harder than you expected, wasn't it? I was expecting it to be incredibly difficult. I don't know what you're on about. Also, wasted a hint coin. It didn't give me anything. More or less just saying, hey, you know, if you just kind of move these things around all over the damn place, you'll eventually get it. Like, yeah, I kind of knew that one already, guys. Thanks. Very nice. The door should open right up now. And there you go. I got the ball out. There we go. Isn't this like the puzzle center for wayward lost puzzle souls or whatever? Is that what your thing is? You're holding on to all the old puzzles? Why, howdy! Do you often find yourself hopelessly, achingly, painfully stuck on puzzles? Yes, every day for the past few days. Yes, since I started playing. Well then, Sonny, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Granny Riddleton's Puzzle Shack. What? Granny Riddleton? Where can we find this lady? Are you daft in the head? Isn't it obvious? She's right in front of you. You are dumb. No wonder you have trouble solving puzzles. You got no brain inside that head of yours. Look at those vacant eyes. Not a single thought between them. Yes, you are gazing at the beautiful and clairvoyant Granny Riddleton, guide to the puzzled puzzlers. Beautiful and clairvoyant? Professor, do you know what she's going on about? Fret not, Luke. Why don't you let me do the talking here? I have some degree of tact. Sorry to disturb you, Miss Riddleton, but by clairvoyant, do you mean to say that you have psychic powers? Can you do things like, say, pick a criminal out of a crowd, or visualize the location of lost objects? I mean, that is what a clairvoyant would be able to do. Pshaw, any fortune teller can do that. So what if you can see a few days into the future? Pig whoop. My specialty, you see, is puzzles. Puzzles people forget about. Puzzles people miss. Surely you boys have had a few of those, eh? No need to turn red. It happens to the best of puzzlers. What I do, you see, is I take those poor lost little puzzles and invite them to come stay with me. Wow, so those puzzles that we tried but weren't able to solve, those puzzles are here now! It looks like you finally figured out what makes me so amazing, boy. Now go ahead and give a knock on the door of that little shack behind me. Inside you'll find rows of cute little jars, each one of them stuffed with a forgotten puzzle. I bet you can find those lost puzzles of yours somewhere in the midst of all my little pretties. But what if I very much do not wish to do that? Oh, yeah. Yep, those are all the puzzles I've sure missed, huh? Alright. Of dust and dustpan? Yeah, you know what, sure, whatever. I picked one at random. Sure. I don't want to spend my whole day here, but okay. Let's see, what are we looking at here? More matchsticks. As you can see, what we've got here is some trash and a dustpan made out of matchsticks. I guess you could call it that shape, sure. Can you move 2 matchsticks to change the picture so the dustpan is holding the trash? I mean, wouldn't I just need to do that? Ain't that it? That's fairly simple, isn't it? Yeah, okay. That must, yeah, it was 10 Picrats, and it was like, what, puzzle 18? I guess it was one of the first ones. That might have even been the first matchstick puzzle, do you think? Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember what order all these came in. Do your part to keep St. Mystery clean. Yeah, sure. A hand-woven rug, where will it go? Well, obviously it'll go to Layton. And so the item went to Layton. I completely forgot about the whole inn decorating thing. Tell you what. Let's open up number 16. Triangles and ink? Okay, sure. Why not? Oh, Jesus, that's a big number. That is not a small number. Oh, ooh. Here are 2 shapes. One large and one small. What? Each is made up of little triangles. Dipping your fountain pen into ink 1 time gives you just enough ink to draw 4 little triangles, as depicted by the shape on the left. Okay. So with that in mind, how many times do you have to dip your pen in the ink in order to draw the shape on the right that's made up of 36 triangles? Okay, I mean, that seems pretty simple. Yeah. Because... Yeah, alright, because I could see how this could be a little, confusing, because it's like... You draw this, and then you draw this, and then, by that same virtue, hang on, you draw this. So then, that one is upside down. Then you draw this, then you draw that. I'm making a mess of this. Then you draw that. Huh. But then do these middle ones count? Because you're gonna need more ink. I was thinking... Because I was thinking, like, there had to be something here, like... If you drew this triangle... And then you drew this triangle on top... Yeah, that's interesting. I thought I knew it, but I don't actually think that I know it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I thought I knew what I was doing, and it turns out I don't know what I'm doing. I was confident, and then it all fell through. Alright, you know what? Let's go with one of my first ideas, right? So that's 1. And that's 2. And that's 3. And that's 4. 5. That's 6. That's 6 of them. But then, I don't know, 7, 8, 9? Let's put in 9. And if I'm wrong, then I will be punished for my lack of knowledge.
That should do it.
9 dips. The game says no, you absolute fool. That's not the way to go about it at all. Alright, take another look at the 2 shapes and the puzzle, paying its special attention to the phrases. Each enough ink to draw 4 little triangles, and the shape on the right that's made up of 36 triangles. Okay, sure. Feel free to dock some of them, some picrats. I accept this fact. If anything, considering how long it takes me to get through so many of these things, it's only fair, right? Okay. You have enough ink to draw 4 triangles. Ah, wait, hang on. Well, I mean, I'm just trying to think. Like, okay, so I have enough ink to draw 4 triangles. I just drew 1. I just drew 2. I just drew 3. And by drawing 3, I've technically drawn 4. So, instead, I'll use the rest of my ink to draw my true 4th triangle like that. Now that makes sense. Okay, so that's just 1 dip. And then this would be 1. And that would be 2. And that would be a 3. And once again, my true 4. Boom, just like so. Okay, so that's 2 dips. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 3 dips. Rightio, rightio. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 dips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. 4 dips. 1, 2. 5, 6. Uh-oh. Is it 6? Is it 6 dips? I think I'm onto something, but I think my methodology kind of fell out the window out there. Yeah, that definitely happened.
Frankly, I'm ashamed.
Okay. Alright. Sure. That's fair. Then... Let's try an entirely different way. Hang on, I might have something. Hang on. Let's try... let's toss out my previous methodology. Let's try something else. What if I were to... just... color in all of these upside down triangles. Okay, what if I did that? Hang on. I think this might work. Maybe. So then if I do that, then maybe my brain can do a little bit of the county a little bit better. Whoa, alright, well, you know what? The message stays pretty... The message is cromulent. It's fine. We're not worrying about that. Okay. So, with all those taken out of the equation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Is 21 divisible by 4? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. No, it is not. This sounds stupid, because I don't know how it would think to do this. What if... Okay, so you have enough ink for 4 triangles, but what if... I mean, does anything say that you need to use all the ink in each dip? Because if that's the case... and you're just drawing them all by that. And then if you do that thing that I thought before with the upside downs, and you remove all the upside downs, then it's divisible by 3. So then 7?
Luke, here's my answer.
Okay!
Critical thinking is the key to success.
Sure! Alright. That's correct. Your first impulse might have been to divide the 36 triangles by 4! Like I did! But a closer look shows that each 4 triangle cluster is actually formed from 3... Alright, it took a while, but I got there. When you apply this way of thinking to the large shape, you end up with the answer pictured above. Alright. Okay. Oh, a strange gizmo. Ah, so you get the things that you otherwise wouldn't have gotten. I see. Man, and I'm just trying to figure out what the right course of action for this is, you know? It's like... Do you guys want to see me try to do all the puzzles, or is this painfully boring? You know what? I think I know the answer. I don't think someone would be in part 4 of a Professor Layton Let's Play if you didn't want to see someone try to solve puzzles. And if this wasn't the kind of game that you wanted to see, and if my methods and the difficulties that I'm going through are so bad that you can't stand to see them, you wouldn't be here right now. No, if you're this far in, you're here because you want to see me do this. So you know what? Fine. That's what you're getting. You want huge videos of me being stumped by puzzles? Let's do it. Yeah, that's what you're getting. All right, what do we have here? 3 of the 4 images shown below are the exact same picture rotated in a variety of ways. Can you find the odd one out? Okay, well then this is just... I mean, it's mostly just spot the difference, isn't it? Okay, that's fair. All right, well, looking it through. It'd be so much easier if I think a very strong, understated thing that's incredibly useful for someone playing this on a DS is the ability to conveniently rotate your DS in your hands that I can't do. Okay, that being said, fine. Let's look at it from this angle. I'm gonna have to turn my head a whole bunch, but I'm gonna try. I can't go full upside down, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so A and B. So then that. A and B sure look a lot alike to me. Okay, well, one thing's for certain. I can very quickly tell, just by looking, none of this is a matter of the suits. Like, all of the suits are the same on all of them, I'm pretty sure. All right, so let's take a look at the... Ow, my neck. Okay, now how does that stack up to the others? Hang on. I'm gonna make myself dizzy doing this one. I'm tilting my head side to side like a confused dog or fox. My instinct is telling me that what it's trying to do here and what's making it confusing is the overlap. The way the cards overlap each other. I'm sure if these were all in the exact same orientation, I'd be able to tell a bit better, but I'm guessing... Okay. Okay, you know, if that is true, then let's look at it this way. The heart and the diamond always have their corners on top on all of these. So they're basically irrelevant to the question. Okay, so the club goes over the diamond like so. And then it goes over that, which is upside down. Okay, so then is any of those different? I think it might. Wait, hang on a second. If you were to... Hang on. This is flipped upside down. I mean, like, okay, this B is the mirror of D. You know, like it's a full spinaroo. And if that's the case, then shouldn't it not be do? It should be, like, the other way, shouldn't it? God, the real problem is C being upside down in a way that makes me have to turn my head entirely upside down. I can't really manage that, but let's see. Maybe I can still work with that here. If that's the case. Wait, no, I can use it as like a reference. Okay. Yeah! So A and C are perfect mirrors of each other. So then it's like doodle-doo, and then doodle-doo. Yeah! Yeah! Okay. And I've determined that A and B are basically the same, right? So then it's gotta be D.
How does this sound?
Right? All right. Okay. Could you flip all of them around for me now? That would be so cool of you. Good job. This puzzle is fairly straightforward, but catching the subtle difference in the picture can take a while, especially when you can't turn your damn DS. Yeah, but okay. That is what I thought. Very cool, very cool. And I guess I am getting painting scraps and gizmos. And I do want to see all the content now, don't I? So, you know, sure. Let's just keep cracking bottles open. Pill prescription. Okay, sure. Sure. Ooh, 30 picrats. A man has been prescribed 10 pills. Starting today, he must take 1 pill a day. But because the concentration of the medicine is different in each pill, he must take them in a specific order. Since the pills all look the same, the man has decided to write numbers on each pill. Isn't that why they invented or made that little, you know, weekly medication sorter thingy? You know, you put them all in and then you snap the thing closed so they're all contained? Maybe they don't have those here. Since the pills all look the same, the man has decided to write numbers on each pill to help him remember the order in which he needs to take them in. How many pills does he have to number if he wants to keep track of the order? Oh, okay. I can see how this is. Yeah, okay. So, the first thing your brain is going to want to do is label all of them. But that's obviously not the answer. Because if it was... that would be a really crappy puzzle. So, I think I have at least one idea. I would say... yeah, I think this makes sense. You wouldn't need to label the first pill that you take. You wouldn't need to label, not with a, like, I don't know how you label a pill with a pencil, but that's not the point. You wouldn't need to label it at all because you're going to take it. And you wouldn't need to label the last pill you take because it's the last one and you wouldn't need to write anything on it, so the last blank one is the one that you need to take last. So then, if you wanted to label as few as possible, then I think you would do something like... something like that? Can you cut that down even more? Because, I mean, yeah, then you would basically be going, take a blank, take a blank, not 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 a blank, like that sort of thing? Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. So then you would need to label 5 of the pills. If I'm wrong, but I don't know, it felt like it made sense.
Should do it.
Oh, no, I must have gotten something wrong. Or maybe I'm overthinking it, or underthinking it. What conditions will allow you to get away with labeling fewer than all 10 pills? Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying to do. That's what I was going for, but I guess I didn't do it right. Okay. Fair play. Maybe you do need to label the last pill? Maybe? Either way, you don't need to okay. I don't know about the last one. I don't know if that idea makes any sense. But I know that you don't need to label the first one you take. I know that. So then maybe... But even if that's the case, then it's still the same number that I would have thought of, which is to say incorrect. Which is to say not the right answer at all. So what in the heck? Okay. I'm so bad with numbers, my dudes. I am so bad with numbers, my dudes. I really thought I was onto something. And I can't use hints on things that are essentially, like, optional, right? That would make sense to me. Okay, you know what? Here's a question. Maybe I was overcomplicating it. What if this is what you did? I think I had something going for me. And then I just made it overly complicated. Like... Yes? No? Maybe? So then you need to do 9?
Luke, here's my answer.
No.
Frankly, I'm...
Okay. Alright. Okay. Sure. Why not? Brain. Come on now. He has 10 pills. I feel like I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm just running through all the possible answers, you know? Okay, well then, assume my first idea was right. You don't need to label the first or the last one, then it's 8? Label 8 of the pills? Is that what you want? Is that what you want from me?
That should do it.
Yeah? Yes, apparently. Okay.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
Yeah. Good job. Since the man has to start taking his medicine today, the first thing he should do is take today's pill, which would give him 9. You should label the pills for days 2 through 9. If he does this, he shouldn't have to label the pill for the last day. It'll be the only one without a label. He only needs to label 8 pills. Oh my god. Puzzles! Puzzles hurt my head! And the problem is, The problem I'm experiencing is that, yes, okay, so is this a obvious puzzle, or is it trying to make me think it's an obvious puzzle? Is it simple, or is it not? Oh, okay, I see where this one's going already. It's like, is it trying to trick me, or is it not trying to trick me? The problem, 50 out of 50. The problem with that one was, I thought it was trying to trick me, so I made things more complicated than I needed to be. Anyway, okay, so we've got another one of these damn things. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. I should probably see, what number do I need to make this happen? Your task is to divide the 10 quarts of milk so that both the 10-quart pitcher and the 7-quart pitcher are both holding 5. You've got it. I can do that. Hey, whoa, okay. So I dump that in there, and then I dump that in there, and then I dump that in there! Take that, math, you asshole! I don't need you in my life!
Layton's apprentice saves the day!
Brute force! Brute force! Yeah! Well done! If you keep at it long enough, you'll eventually come across the solution. The shortest possible solution requires 9 moves. And what was my count, like 62? I don't regret a damn thing. All right, opening up another one. 3 umbrellas. Oh no, 3 umbrellas. That's no goo. That's no goo. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? 3 identical looking umbrellas are sitting upright in a stand. Assuming the owners don't check their umbrellas' labels, what percentage chance is there that only 2 people will walk off with their own umbrella? Something smells about this one. Hang on. 3 Okay, wait, so 3 identical. They're identical. Looking umbrellas are sitting upright in a stand. Assuming the owners don't check their umbrellas' labels, and they don't, I guess, what percentage chance is there that only 2 people will walk off with their own umbrella? I mean, none, right? That's gotta be like, it's like, this is one of those trick questions.
Luke,
If they're all virtually identical, then it doesn't really matter. They're all just going to have an umbrella. Yeah, like, no.
critical thinking is the key.
They're all gonna have their umbrellas or whatever, right? Yeah, that's right. If 2 people manage to grab their own umbrellas, the third person is left with only 1 umbrella to take, her own. It's impossible for only 2 of the 3 to pick up their own umbrella. Yeah. A bed! Hello, yeah, no, send that over to Luke. There you go. Now we just need to find another one. I gave him the bed because it was blue, like he is, so it made sense. It made sense to me at the time. All right, here goes another one. A racetrack riddle. Ooh. All right. Explain your racing and your tracking of the riddles. Horns! The distance 3 racehorses can run around the racetrack in 1 minute is listed below. Horse A, 2 laps. Horse B, 3 laps. Horse C, 4 laps. The distance of 3 horse races can run around the racetrack in 1 minute. The horses line up at the starting line and start running in the same direction. How many minutes will pass before all 3 horses line up at the starting line again? My first instinct is to never start doing math. My first instinct is always to go, how are you trying to trick me? So 21 laps a minute. No, wait, not 21 laps a minute. Oh, man, that'd be a fast horse. No. 2 laps a minute, 3 laps a minute, 4 laps a minute. You're a very good horse. You get a poorly drawn carrot. Don't let anybody say that just because you're slow, that don't mean that you ain't valuable. You're very valuable. Well, actually, hang on a second. My brain is trying to tell me something. It's knocking on the door, but I'm lazy and I'm having a hard time getting up off my butt to go open the door. There's something here. I mean, if it runs in 2 laps in a minute... Okay, well then, if it's 2 laps in a minute, then that means it's 1 lap every 30 seconds. It's 1 lap every 30 seconds. And if it can do 3 laps, then... What's a third of a minute? 20 seconds. And if you're 4 laps in a minute... Wait, 4 laps in a minute. I called the fastest horse the slowest horse. I'm an idiot. Wow, that tells you a lot. Whatever, you still get the carrot. You're all good, horse! But no, that would be... 20... Huh. 6 divided by 4 is 15. Then wouldn't... Wouldn't that make sense?
Luke, here's my answer.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, that one was just straight up actually do a little counting. You got it. In 1 minute, horse A will have done 2 laps, horse B will have done 3 laps, horse C will have done 4 laps, and all the horses will be lined up at the starting line. Yeah, no, that one straight up was. See, sometimes you do need to do math, and other times it's like, no, you don't gotta do math. You're just supposed to read the question better, stupid. What are you, stupid? The camera and the case. Okay. Oh, God, why does it have a 50? I don't like that. Well, walking through a market on vacation, you notice a small stand selling cameras. A camera and case set is selling for $310. The seller tells you that the camera costs $300 more than the case itself, and that the case costs the price of the set. Whoa, my brain's already broken. Set minus the cost of the camera. You decide you'd rather wait on buying a camera and opt to just buy the case alone. That's stupid. You hand the seller a $100 bill and see his eyes light up. Think fast now. How much change should you be getting back? I'm gonna need to read this question like 15 times. Okay. Small stance. A camera and case set is selling for $310. The seller tells you that the camera costs $300 more than the case itself, and that the case costs the price of the set minus the cost of the camera. Isn't that saying the same thing twice? The camera costs $300 more than the case, so then it's a $300 camera and a $10 case. And that the case costs the price of the camera. It's the price of the set, but without the camera. You'd rather wait on buying a camera and opt to just buy the case alone. You hand the seller a $100 bill and see his eyes light up. Wouldn't it? Then, I mean, if you give him $100... Well, that sounds too simple. Because then you would get $90 back. But that's like... That's barely math at all. That's like... That's very basic. Is that 50 picarats worth? That doesn't make any sense. There's gotta be something up here. Selling for $310. The seller tells you that the camera costs $300 more than the case itself, and that the case costs the price of the set minus the cost of the camera. That sounds too simple, but I don't... You give $100, because yeah, the camera is $300 more than the case. Wait, hang on. Wait. The camera costs $300 more than the case. And that the case costs the price of the... Damn it, I really felt like there was something there for a second. Alright, well, I mean, maybe it is that obvious. I feel like it can't be that obvious.
There we go.
That sounds like a 10 pick. Yeah, no. That sounds like a 10 picarat, like, question, if the way...
Embarrassing.
Think carefully or you might just get shortchanged. Shortchanged? Okay. Let's assume that that means that they want me to assume that it's actually, that it's 90. If that's the case, how would I get shortchanged? How would I get even more? How would I have even more than that? 300 more than the case. And the case costs the price of the set minus the cost of the camera. I can't think of any other way to interpret that. That just sounds like the camera is $300 and the case is $10. I legitimately don't know what... It's 300 and 10. I just want the case. Give me just the case. Here's $100. Well, seeing as how it's $10, then there you go. Here's your $90. I didn't want to use any hints on this, but I actually have no clue. The puzzle isn't math intensive, but there's a particularly tricky aspect to it that trips most people up. The camera and case cost a total of $310, but differ in price by $300. Yeah, I got that much. That's not as helpful as you think that it might be. Okay, but at least, yeah, no, there's a trick. I'm being tricked. I'm being thoroughly bamboozled. But in what regard? In what way am I being tricked this day? That is the question. I just have to keep throwing... Okay, if you assume the case costs X, then the camera must cost X plus 300. This means that the camera itself must cost more than 300? It does? If you assume that the case... Okay, so it doesn't cost 10, it costs X. And the camera must cost X plus 300. Oh. Okay. I think I understand, but that still gives... Okay. Because if it's 300 more... But then how would that tell me what it is that I would get back? Okay, so if it costs more than 300, but then that means I need to get anywhere between $90 and $99. How do I figure out? This feels like such a waste of hint coins. The case and camera cost $310 together. The camera costs $300 more than the case. It may seem like the answer is $300 for the camera and $10 for the case, but if you do the math, you'll see that the difference in price is only $290. Have you noticed that already? No, I haven't, and I still don't. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm lost. I had to, like, I'm sorry. It's been a while. I sat here thinking for like a long time, and then I actually like straight up started writing crap down, trying to figure this out. I am so abysmal at math. Like, it literally is a foreign language to me. But how's that?
That should do it.
Oh my god, that was such a pain! Good thinking. That merchant had an awfully misleading way of explaining things. I don't think the merchant did, I think you did. It's weird that you would open up with the first hint saying, well, this isn't actually very math involved, when, no, it was very much a straight up a math question. Make sure you don't get duped by some swindler next time you go out shopping. Well, sure, I'll work on that one. And I don't even get anything for it. I don't even get a gizmo for that one. Okay, alright. How old is Dad? Well, I know that my dad is 30 years older than I am. And my grandpa, if he were still alive, would be 30 years older than he is. So that's always convenient. That's how I was always able to figure it out. Alright. So, a father and son are chatting when the son poses the question, Dad, I'm 22 now, but just how old are you? The father replies, you want to know how old your old man is? Well, I tell you what, I'm as old as your age plus half my age. How old is the father? Okay, that sounds pretty deceptively simple, actually. Right? So, like, I am as old as your age plus half my age. Think it through, think it through. Don't let this get to you. My brain is still kind of fried from the last question, so I feel like I'm ultimately making things complicated again. I think the only way this would work Yeah. Okay. The dad is making this more complicated by throwing in an extra wrinkle that is otherwise entirely unnecessary. I'm as old as your age plus half my age. Yeah. Then he has to be 44. Because I'm your age, 22, plus half my age. And if he's 44, then half his age is 22, so he has to be 44. Right? 44. That's 49. 4. He's 44. This old man is 44 is not even remotely old, but he is 44. Okay.
Every puzzle has an answer.
After one math question kicked my ass, it's actually extraordinarily cathartic to have one that isn't doing that. Half of the father's age plus the son's age should give you the answer, which means that half the father's age must be equal to the son's age. The son is 22, so the father's 44. Do I get a gadget for that? I do! Oh my god, there's only one more. Stamp stumper. Stump stamps. Get your stamps stumped up. Oh god, it's a 50! Ah! Oh boy, okay. Your friend just got back from the post office where she purchased a sheet of stamps with values ranging from 10 cents to $1. Yeah, that makes sense. First, your friend cut out the $1 stamp and set it aside. Then, she divided the remaining stamps into 7 uniquely shaped bunches, each with a total value of $1. Can you divide this sheet of stamps the same way your friend did? Then that would be... That would be... Finding as many... Okay, finding 7 different ways to get 100 with these numbers is what you're saying. Okay, so quick question. If I were to, like, I don't know, do this, because I'm just spitballing here. I do that. Because that's 30, 30, 30, 90, 100. Right? Okay. And this is 100. How do I make it, How do I, huh. Okay, my question is how do I, like, okay. Just as an example, how do I, oh, maybe because it's a corner thingy. Okay, so maybe because, you don't need to cut that part because it's attached. Okay. So then instead, I do this sort of thing, right? Okay. Okay. So that's $1. And this is $1. And that would make, all, okay. Ah, like that. And 10 does 30 to 90 to, that's another $1. So that's 3, okay, so that's 3 ways to get 100. I need 4 more. I need 4 more. I need 4 more. 20 to 60 to 70 to 100. Okay. Then... So that's 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. So if I can get 2 more hundreds out of what's left, then we're good. And we can, because that's 90 and 10. So, okay. And it says 7 unique into 7 uniquely shaped bunches. So then that would also, oh, so that would, okay, so that's, I think I'm double sure, because that means they're all different shaped than each other. Okay, so that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, and that's 7. We're good?
That should do it.
We're good? Okay, okay, okay. All right. Nice. Well done. There are several ways to divide all the stamps into $1 groups, but this is the only way where the groups all form different shapes. I was just starting and mixing and matching. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Oh, it's nice to get stuff that I actually figured out. I was actually able to figure a couple things out after getting so incredibly messed up. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, okay. I need a minute. I'm sorry that there was no plot in this. I really do. I really am sorry. We didn't advance the story. This was just a bunch of puzzles. But again, this is Professor Layton. This is the puzzle-solving game, where you solve puzzles. If you're not solving all the puzzles in the puzzle-solving game, then you're not playing the puzzle-solving game proper. Why would you pick a puzzle game proper if you weren't trying to do that? Right? That makes sense. So, it is what it is. I need to rest my brain for like a bit. And then I'm gonna come back. And then, you know, the real good news is whatever stipulation, like I'm gonna run into a character and it says, you need to have solved this many puzzles. Well, good news! I've solved 40! That's gonna get me through whatever the hell door you want me to get through, alright? Alright. I hope there's some merit to watching me go through this. And that you're not just shaking your monitor in a belligerent rage at how dumb I am. If you are, I apologize. But maybe you're the type of person that likes watching things that get you angry. That seems to be a market that exists that I've never understood. Oh, I'll see you all very soon for more of this, but with plot.